In speaking with a lot of organizations in the industry, we see that automation is an important aspect for the overall security automation that they're looking for. But having the ability to provide like a centralized case management to perform the outcomes from that automation beyond just where the analyst intervene is a key aspect and element here. And so our case management has a couple key things where we really want to focus on. Obviously, number one is around the ability to have correlated data points. So being able to reference or see, have we seen this before? And if so, what were kind of the steps taken around that? And then, of course, all of the machine data that we contextually enrich with users, devices, et cetera, give us a better understanding of the scope and the who, what, where, when, why, et cetera. And then, of course, AI can kind of provide summarization or recommended actions based off all of that machine data that's been enriched with automation. Now, the other additional elements is the ability to kind of bring in best practices for you as an organization. So it's not just about the machine data that we're feeding in the platform. We want to be able to embed or tie in what our best practices for you as an organization. And so for those recommended actions and next steps, it's not just about the machine data. It's what are best practices for you as an organization. And then, of course, as you work through that, having robust commenting, the ability to add attachments, screenshots, having the intelligence around it. So all the intelligence that occurred behind it. If you do need to communicate with folks beyond the SOC, leveraging things like collaboration extension to send templatized notifications over Slack, Teams, email, whatever that may be. We've discussed the crafted prompts previously about, the ability to enrich or gather additional data points as you're doing that investigation. And then, of course, when you get to response remediation, it's not just about performing automation to do the declaration and enrichment of that initial signal, but how do I do that closed loop remediation with one or multiple tools based off of the type of the alerts that's coming in? And then, of course, if I have to generate after actions reports, root cause analysis or RCAs, all of those are capabilities that we kind of have natively in the case management. The last element that I want to call out here, though, is the composability piece. So this may be kind of a user experience for a security operations center, but because we offer a composable UI, I can give you access to the underlying schema of that user interface. So if I want to be able to build sections or text fields or comments, I have that flexibility in platform. So we give you access to all of that to kind of modify and make it your own if you choose to, or even build from scratch. So a good example here from a different case management view, this is the view for like a vulnerability management finding where I can see the risk score, the vulnerability attributes, all the intelligence from Swimlane intelligence. So again, providing that composable UI gives you a standardized experience for those different users or personas that are the end consumers of that case management. So whether it's a security operations center, a NOC, an IT team, each organization or business unit can have their own type of user experience based off of the automations and workflows that are feeding that data into the UI.